Everyone, I have created an app using the Streamlit Python library. The story is generated using a collection of parameters, such as the name of the character, the setting, the plot, etc., including the voice, which will narrate the story. The value of these parameters can be changed to generate a new story. For example, I'm going to select the name of my character as Jack. There are also 4 different options for the character. There's a huntsman, a fairy, a king, and a lion. I'm going to select a king. I'm going to select a mystery genre, and I'll put the setting as a large castle centuries ago. Now, as a young person, they might want to choose from a variety of different options, and our app gives them the opportunity to execute that. Our user can select a different voice, which will narrate the story as to their preferences. The app allows the user to select from 2 different male and female voices, as shown here. The story is generated based on the values of the parameters. I have also generated an audio file when the story is generated, which narrates the story using the voice value selected by the user.
Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a brave and powerful king named Jack. He reigned over his kingdom with a firm but fair hand, always ensuring that all of his subjects lived in peace and prosperity.
As shown, each sentence in the audio file matches up with each sentence in the story text. I am also generating a video and images for the story. Generating a complete image for the overall story would not make sense, so I segregated each paragraph into smaller sentences, separated based on the commas and full stops, and I generated image strips for each segregated sentence. As shown, the images have now been generated. You might also realize that each image is not well aligned with the story. This is because the images are generated in silos for each sentence, and it has no relation with the previous sentence. This is one of the limitations of my work, but it can be improved further down the line. These images have been combined with the audio and text to generate a video, which can be intriguing for the younger audience. Each image shown below has been augmented with the story sentence and voice to generate a video file.
Once upon a time.
As shown, the first small sentence matches up with the first image and text in the video, and this will continue throughout the entire video. Go through the code that I used for my Streamlit application. Here we are importing the OpenAI API key. The OpenAI API key is being used to generate the story text and the images for the story. The 11 Labs API key is also being imported and is used to generate the audio file for the story. Here's the function, which is using our prompt template, and it contains all the parameters that we're using, such as the character, the name of the character, setting, plot, and genre. The LLM chain is used to generate the story. Here we are using the 11 Labs API key in this function to generate the audio file. Here we are displaying the page for our Streamlit application. And we can always change things like the page icon, the page title, layout, the initial sidebar, and etc. We can also change the title of the page and the sidebar title. Here are the different parameters and their values, which we are using for the story. We can always change or add more values or more parameters. Here's the voice that we're using. Here are the voices that we're using to generate the story. Here we are generating an audio file clip, which can be found here. Here we are generating the image clips, image files. Here we're generating the text for the video. And finally, here we are concatenating the video using MoviePy editor.